We are live. Welcome to the show, guys. Welcome in. Welcome in. How's your day, guys? This is a long day for me at the office today. So I only got the one video in the morning. Sorry about that. Anyways, guys, let's kind of get into the news here. See what's going on. Let's look at the market. Kind of a mixed bag today. What do we got? Jasmy's almost even on the day. Uh, what else do we got? Theta's pumping 5%. I haven't heard much about Theta through this market. I wonder what's going on with them. I have to look into them. I was super bullish on them last bull run, but lately it's been quiet. CASP was up almost 6%. Ooh, XTC down 8%. Kind of a pullback there. Bitcoin 29.1. What do we got? Facts. Yo, we back again. Let's get it. That's right, brother. We're back. Do another live stream, brother. Just tuning in too. You got good timing, man. I literally just hopped on. Gala's down 4.5%. I might pick up some more Gala because of that. It's a good buying. Casper's down 3.1. Near's down 4. H-bar down 0.5%. I'd like to get H-bar back down below 5 cents again to DCA some more. I really want. I got a ton of H-bar, but I really want more. Just got back from the gym, so perfect timing. Nice, brother, nice. I usually head off to the gym as soon as I'm finished the live streams and stuff. My little guy, I got a 3-year-old son, and usually I like to go after he's in bed. That way I don't miss any time with him. You know, you're at the office all day, and then, you know, you get like 2 hours with him, and then I'll go to the gym after that. So, but get those gains, brother. Get those gains. What'd you work? Chest, legs. Don't skip leg day. Algo's down 1%. Let's have a look at what's going on today. First, we'll start off with, actually, you know what? I'm going to save that for last. Got you excited, and then I shut it down. See what I did there? Newton, I don't know if you guys know about Newton. It's an exchange, a fair-sized exchange in Canada here. They say they're excited to announce their partnership with 2023 Blockchain Futurist Conference this August 15th and 16th in Toronto. So they're asking people to come down and join them. If you're in Canada, head on down. If you're in Toronto, head there to check that out. I wouldn't mind talking with them. I got some questions like when CASPA. Let's go, guys. When CASPA. Watch a guru, Justin. Elon Musk says X will become the most valuable brand on earth. Tony Edwards replies, a lot of people are doubting Elon Musk. I think he has something big up his sleeve with X. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a massive government corporate partnership in the works for X. I wouldn't be surprised either, to be honest with you. I haven't talked much about this whole Twitter/X thing, but to be honest, I don't put much thought into it at this point in time, but maybe I should start paying closer attention to it because maybe Tony's right here. Maybe there is some kind of, behind the curtains thing going on here. Fact says, haha, chest and triceps today. Juicy pullback on Caspa today. Had to buy some immediately. Exactly, brother. Exactly. I think I might DCA into some tomorrow. I'm expecting a little bit. You know how it is on those Fed meeting days and stuff. Usually we get a little bit of volatility, so we might get a little bit juicier of a pullback there, brother. And that's what I'm gonna DCA. And I didn't get a chance today because it's just like 14 hours at the office. So, but yeah, so I'm gonna look more into this X thing, this whole Twitter X thing. And as Elon Musk, from what I was seeing, he was saying that like half the world's transactions are supposed to flow through X or something. He says, I don't know what his plans are. Obviously, he's got some big ones, though. Gotta drink my Monster. I'm just fried, guys. Just fried from today. So Mickle says, when XRP is successful, the price won't be cheap. It's that simple. So that's exactly it with Joel Katz here. He talks about the price of XRP, and it just makes logical sense. So I kind of am combining this theory here, if you'll kind of stay with me on this. The whole Joel Katz talking about how the price of XRP is scaled to be much higher. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you guys that I think it's going to go to $20,000 a coin or something like that, but at the same time, I'd like to know more about what Joel Katz has in mind whenever he vaguely says that it's designed to be much higher price than it is. Because some people are saying, oh, like $50,000 is what he's talking about. For all we know, he's talking about $6. I don't know, like $6 is significantly more than 50 cents. So who knows, right? So I like to combine that with Blockchain Backer, for example. Was watching him this morning, and he was talking about market cap. And market cap is important, don't get me wrong, but he was talking about how, whenever somebody says, well, this coin can't do that because of market cap, so a lot of times it's real, it's true. Like you take something like a meme coin that's like a thousandth or a millionth of a cent, and then people are saying it's going to go to $1 or $2. Like, well, no, it's not, right? Just realistically, market cap wise. But then when you're talking about something like XRP going to $11 or something, right? You get people saying it can't do that. Now, it can't do that in the short term. It can't do that in 2 months, right? Well, you can't do that in 2 months at the current state of the market, I should say, right? If we're in the peak of a bull run, it can, but we're not even close to that. So I like to combine those things to kind of have an idea and be open-minded about where price can go on certain projects. But I would like to know where Joel Katz's mind is at whenever he says that, right? It would be interesting. John Deaton says, well, he's responding to the Chamber of Digital Commerce here. He says, I hope both Republicans and Democrats recognize the need for smart and tailored regulations protecting customers, users, and holders of digital assets. The SEC, CFTC need to focus on fraud, manipulation, pump and dumps, etc. Regulation by enforcement of good actors must stop. That's exactly it, right? This is what I don't understand. There's so much crap going on in the space as a whole, right? Your FTXs, your Sam Bankman-Frieds, your Terra Lunas. I mean, look at how many of these meme coins are. Like there's so many of them that are rugs. What was this? Squid Games? Remember that one? Like you get all these rugs and stuff like that, where people put their money into it, and then there's like something in the code so that you can't pull your money back out of it, right? So then all the liquidity gets drained from the project, from the devs who created it, who remain anonymous. Why is that not the SEC's focus? Should that not be the number one priority for them? I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but you got that crap going on, and we're bugging Ripple. Like, I'm sorry, but even if Ripple did some minor things, in terms of initial sales and offerings and stuff like that, it kind of pales in comparison to all the people getting scammed by like Squid Games and stuff like that, right? Like, can we prioritize this stuff? I like to rant, sorry. But you feel me though, right? CZ is talking about Japan here. He says Japan is the flagship leader for Web3 regulatory environments. Earlier today, CZ Binance virtually addressed the WebX conference in Japan, recognizing the country's clear approach towards the industry. Yeah, Japan today has just been going crazy on Web3. Like the news today is just going nuts with it. And I mean, I touched on this morning, what's Web3 and already has partnerships with the Japanese government as we speak right now. That would be Jasmy, right? So, I mean, we'll see what happens with it. I think that it's nothing but bullish for Jasmy, to be honest. The company continues to grow, and that's the fundamental thing behind these things. Like I get asked sometimes, well, like the Jasmy coin itself doesn't have any specific utility in that sense. Like their coin is not technically used for anything, is what people tell me. And they say, so what if the company does this, that, or the other thing? Well, at some point it is going to, in my opinion. And the fact that the blockchain is being built out and you're getting companies building on it, you're getting partnerships and stuff, at some point, that will come. I'm confident of that. Like, you can't say, okay, well, the Jasmy coin technically itself is not being used for anything, so what's it good for, when the blockchain and everything is being built out and utilities coming to that ledger, right, or that blockchain. And then you got meme coins out there that do absolutely nothing, that pump up, you know, to ridiculous market caps and then fall. Like Pepe, for example, just went nuts in like 2 months or something like that, right? So I'm confident that the Jasmy coin will end up having obviously some utility. I think that they obviously know that they should be using it for something at the end of the day. I like right now. I know that if you provide your data, you get paid in Jasmy coins, um, compensated in that way. So that's one kind of small thing, I guess. What do you guys think about this Worldcoin? I'm gonna do a deep dive into it here, because I'm not sold on it, you guys. Like, but I could be wrong. That's why I don't prejudge things. But right now, the way I'm looking at it, you're not scanning my eyeballs for nothing, bro. Um, Candlestick Maker says WorldCoin's getting people to give up their digital privacy with intrusive retinal scans. Jasmy is producing privacy and data as elites seek more control over people. Jasmy's our shield. Never dig your own grave. Fight back with Jasmy. He's not wrong. Jasmy and WorldCoin are kind of like polar opposites, right? Like, WorldCoin's trying to get all your information, and Jasmy's trying to make sure that you can keep your own data and monetize it, right? So, but I'm going to do a deeper dive into WorldCoin. I don't know how I feel about the fact that the creator there doesn't want to reveal how the whole process is supposed to be working, and there could be nothing though, right? That could be nothing. But it went live today, from what I understand. You could start buying it today, and I have more news on that as well. But in the meantime, John Deaton again, he says, nice thread. The overall point, and I'm going to read the thread to you here, but he says, the overall point Mike is making, at least from my read, is that the appellate courts may not be so friendly to the SEC and other government agencies. These agencies can't just do what they want when they want without cause or explanation. So the thread basically says that the CFTC had no action letter that permitted it to operate in a court case. This is about a case here. I guess the Fifth Circuit decision in CFTC versus Predict demonstrates that appellate courts are willing to shut down administrative agency overreach. The court's holding could impact the SEC's crypto enforcement efforts. So this is the Fifth Circuit, the Ripple case on the Second Circuit. But it says the defendant had a CFTC no action letter that permitted it to operate a prediction market without registering with the CFTC as the futures exchange. It sued the CFTC after CFTC withdrew the no action letter without explaining the reason for it. The court held that the no action letter is a license, and withdrawal of any no action letter is a final agency action subject to judicial review. The court reasoned that the CFTC's actions was likely arbitrary and capricious because it rescinded the license without explaining why. The holdings is so basically the long and short of it is the CFTC issued a no action letter to this exchange, and then for no reason whatsoever, with no explanation, withdrew the no action letter, which is total BS in my opinion. You can't. That's kind of like a bait and switch, like a trap, right? You're basically saying we're not going to come after you, we're not going to sue you for what you're doing. Here's a letter saying that, and then you start doing it, and then they say, oh, we're going to take that letter back, sucker. Now we're coming after you, right? That's it's entrapment, basically. So basically, the long and short of it is that the CFTC lost that case in a decision in the Fifth Circuit because of government overreach, is the point of the story here, right? And it's not going to be any different with the SEC. Like, the courts are not afraid to swat government agencies down when they overreach the way that they are. And, the rest is just kind of conspiracy theory. Like, everyone was saying, like, oh, Taurus is corrupted, and that's why she's taking so long and stuff. Like, bro, she gave it to us exactly like we needed it, right? Just took some time. Wall Street Bull says rumors are swirling, but as of now, it seems the SEC hasn't appealed Judge Torres's ruling on the Ripple and XRP. It's supposed to be, yeah, Ripple and XRP. Those who predicted otherwise might be left in the dust. Remember, XRP is not a security. Um, Ripple has won this round. Stay tuned for updates. And he's right. Like with all the FUD going around and stuff, you just have to remember if you're an XRP holder that it's going to take years for the end. Like John Deaton did a live stream today on it. I don't know if you guys watched it or not. I checked it out at work. Had it playing in the background there. But he talked about it and stuff. And he doesn't even think that the SEC is going to appeal. He says he doesn't think so. I'm kind of in the air, but I am leaning towards what John says, just because he's been kind of right in the past about his predictions in terms of what's going to happen in the case. Not so much with the timeline about decisions and stuff, but more so just about like he nailed exactly what Judge Torres was going to decide. He totally called the whole thing. Alex says, what do you think about the supply dump on HBAR? Well, I mean, I think that eventually it's got to be released into circulation anyways at some point, right? I would rather that they be doing it in a bear market than that kind of stuff happening in a bull run, right? And damaging the price in a bull run. That would suck. So if that's what you're referring to, if you're referring to the the dump every month, I think it's every month, then yeah, that's I don't find it as, I always buy in whenever that time of month comes around. I buy more, right? I am super bullish on HBAR. It's one of the coins that I am the most maximum bullish on, right? Like my bullishness on other stuff like that I'm super bullish, like let's say XRP or Casper or something, which I'm like majorly bullish on, looks bearish compared to how bullish I am on HBAR. Put it that way for you, right? So nothing could hurt my bullishness in HBAR. I mean, well, I shouldn't say that, but knock on wood, right? Facts over feelings. It was expected. It sucks, but that's how it works, unfortunately. 100%, man. 100%. You nailed it, brother. So what else do we got here? Are you guys all? How many of you guys are bullish on HBAR? Let me know. Let me know down there. Are you guys buying it? Or are you DCAing into it? Do you want to wait and see if it goes back under 5 cents, or are you just DCAing anyway? Personally, I just DCA no matter what. Thanks, Alex. Great. Alex says, thanks, great show. No problem, brother. I appreciate you being here, man. Welcome in, and I hope you're here for every show, man. I really do. Keep the questions coming. I love answering them. So yeah, let me know what you guys are thinking about HBAR down there. I fill my bag no matter what the price is, because like I'm not going to be upset if I'm DCAing a little bit over 5 cents instead of under 5 cents, because I mean I think we're looking at about $1.50, $1.75, possibly $2 HBAR in the bull run, depending on what the total market cap is. So buying between 4 cents and 5 cents is not really going to make that much of a difference at the end of the day for me, because I'm looking at 2025 to start shaving my profits out. So that stuff only matters really if you're looking at taking profits in the short term. Whale Chart says BlackRock ETF could lead to record-breaking Bitcoin demand, and you noobs decide to sell cheap. Well played, sir. Well played. He's absolutely right. I think that it's being underestimated how much money these ETFs are actually going to bring into the market. I think it's going to be way bigger than anybody is predicting. Fact says I'm expecting between $1 and $2. Right? Exactly. Me too, brother. I'm going to start shaving out. I'm going to start DCAing my way back out 10% at a time. Probably somewhere around $1.45, somewhere around there. 10% out. Wait for it to go up a little bit. 10% out. That's how I'm going to take mine out, brother. Fact says probably taking some around $1. Yeah, I mean $1 might be good too, because $1. I'm aiming $1.45, but maybe I do run the risk of getting burned on that if it only goes to then $1.45 or whatever, right? But I think we're probably somewhere in the middle. I'm thinking like $1, between $1.50 and $1.70 is probably where we're going to end up, to be honest. Got to have that monster, guys. It's been a long day. Senator Loomis, she says the Ripple decision has reinforced the need for Congress to create regulatory structure for crypto assets. Loomis Gillibrand is the comprehensive bipartisan bill that protects consumers while allowing the industry to continue to drive the innovation of our economy. She's come a long way since like the end of last year, talking about how, I believe near the end of last year, she was saying that Bitcoin was likely going to be the only crypto asset that was labeled a commodity, and now she's doing this, and I'll take it, right? But you just have to understand that these politicians and these people in power, they flip flop like this for a reason. So she's probably been filling her bags with God knows what, and now all of a sudden she wants regulation, right? They FUD it, they buy it, and then all of a sudden they're pushing it, right? Quick little side note that just kind of popped into my head here, guys. So I received an email today from one of you guys. I'm not going to name the person or anything. And I was at work, so I responded to it, and it was kind of asked. They said that their life savings and that they were very heavily invested into a specific project that I'm bullish on, and asked me if they were doing the right thing. And my answer, and I bring this up so that I can answer this in case there's anybody else out there kind of thinking the same thing, right? My answer was and is to you guys as well that you should not put all your money in one project. I don't care how promising or bullish the project is. You need to be diversified, right? And I use Terra Luna as an example, guys, with myself, because I hold about 25 different cryptos right now. Some I'm more heavy in than others, but I'm spread, I'm diversified. And when Terra Luna crashed, I was holding a significant amount of Terra. It was one of like my top 8 holdings, I think. But my portfolio survived that and didn't suffer as much because I was diversified. And I honestly, now I don't even notice that money went missing, right? So that's why you have to be spread. I didn't foresee Terra crashing. I thought it was going to like $600 in the next bull run. I think that's what I was looking at, $500-600. That's where I thought it was going this time around. It didn't even survive, right? So you can never know what's going to happen in life with these projects. Sometimes bad stuff happens, and you have to be diversified to the point, like I was, that you don't suffer that blow. If you have all your life savings in one project and a Terra Luna happens to that project, you're boned, right? So diversify. If you've got all your money into that right now, I'm not going to tell you to sell in the red, because that's just not a good decision. But if you're continuing to DCA like this individual was, I would say pick 1 or 2 more projects now, and don't put any more into that first project, because you're over leveraged right now in that project. You want to start building up other projects that you're in and kind of spread it around. You should have about 4 or 5 top cryptos with decent bags, never 1 or 2. That's what I would tell you. Like, you got to spread it out. So make sure that you do that, guys. Don't get burned. It doesn't matter what it is, right? Like, a lot of people were 100% in XRP, for example. Well, what if that ruling had gone the other way? Wrecked, right? You can't predict what's going to happen. So protect yourselves and be diversified in this asset class, and you'll save yourself from getting destroyed. Sorry about that little rant, but it just came to my mind today, and I want to make sure everyone was on the same page with that kind of stuff. Steph is Crypto says every Jasmy holder's in a loss. This kind of irritates me a little bit that I'm seeing right now, guys, is that every time I move this way, it kind of unfocuses, right? Sorry, I like to lean. This is really irritating to me. I'm seeing it on Twitter a lot and stuff. Is like, X project, whatever the project is, people are saying like, oh, this project's down 96%. It's dead. That project, guys, everything's down 95, 96, 90, 98%. Like, everything is, right? So it's like, that doesn't even mean anything right now. I mean, I don't know what we're at floor prices for things. That's how you get wrecked right there. That's how you miss out on things because people are telling you a project's dead. Like people are saying Algorand's dead. My ass, it's dead. I'm buying it like crazy because I'm not stupid. I see a $3 to $5 Algorand in my opinion into the next cycle, and a lot of people are not buying it or selling it because they're afraid of it. I'm buying the fear, man. Fear is, they say millionaires are made in the bear market, not in the bull market, right? It's the decisions that you're making right now in an accumulation phase that are going to determine how much money you have in 2025. It's that simple, right? What you do in 2025 ain't going to make a difference. Right now is when it's going to make a difference. Well, I mean, if you don't sell in 2025, it's going to make a difference. But I mean, come on. Alex says, I heard the top for H bar could be around 36 cents because of supply being dumped. I mean, I've seen conservative numbers like that too. I actually got into a conversation with what's his name, AJ over on BitBoy's channel. I was talking to him about it because I watched a few of his price prediction videos, and it was like every single altcoin that he was doing a price prediction on, none of them were even coming to like 25-30% of their previous all-time high. And based on simple tokenomics, I see what he's saying, and it's probably who gave you the 36-cent number. To be honest, it sounds like a number that AJ would give. And this is not bashing him. I like his stuff. He's one of the few guys over on that channel I enjoy watching because I think he's entertaining. He's a decent guy. But we disagreed on this and we talked about it. So I said to him, I was like, bro, so what you're saying to me is you think that no coin is going to go into price discovery in the next altcoin season, in the next blow off top. And that's what you're telling me right now, right? Because like I said, I watched like 7 or 8 of his predictions. It was like none of them they're going to like 20-30% of their all-time highs. I was like, dude, like I think that he's basing his numbers on the total market cap, because that's what I asked him. So what total market cap are you, for the whole asset class, are you basing your numbers off of, right? And his response to me was, that's a good question, bro. I never thought about that part of it. He was basing, from what I gathered, he was basing his predictions on the total market cap of the peak of the last bull run. So it was like a shade under $3 trillion. And this time around, I mean, conservatively, with ETFs and everything going on and custody applications, we're probably looking at closer to, 10 trillion, probably more than that, right? I mean, you've got Japan talking about diving in to Web3. You've got China talking in June about how they want to make an impact in the asset class and to crypto, right? So you have to take what the total market cap is going to be going into the next bull run if you're going to do price predictions on whatever project you're looking at, right? If you're just basing it off 3 trillion, then what you're telling me is that you don't really have any faith that in the asset class that the total market cap is going to be any higher than it was the last time around, right? So yes, there's more coins going into circulation, but you're also going to have a market cap conservatively going from a shave under 3 trillion to conservatively 10 trillion, right? That's a lot more money in the market. So and like I said, when I asked him what he was thinking about in terms of a market cap, he said, that's a good question. I never thought about that. That was his response. I was like, well, bro, what are you doing price predictions for if you're not even taking into consideration what the total market cap's going to be? Like, what are you doing? You know? It's a simple mistake. And like I said, he's a good guy. I like him. I like watching his stuff. I just think that something like 36 cents for it would only be accurate if you were basing it off of like a $3 trillion market cap, maybe 4. So to answer, I hope that answers that question in a long way. So I like to rant, as you all know. Caspa is taking the crypto community by storm. Why you should care and hold it in your portfolio. So BitTrue made an announcement. I use BitTrue. It's one of my favorites exchanges. They made an announcement today that they listed Worldcoin. And me, being the troll that I am, immediately said, when the hell are you listing Caspa? We need some more exchanges for Caspa, guys. So I'm hoping that Bitrue lists it sometime soon. I'd like them to list it before, because I'm buying it over on KuCoin right now. And I mean, I would prefer to use Bitrue. I'm not the biggest fan of KuCoin, to be honest with you, but I am super mega bullish on Caspa, though. Caspa and Multivision Space, 2-layer ones that are going to do big things in this next bull run, in my opinion. And Space just got listed over on MEXC. So if you're wondering where you want to get it, where you can get it at. CryptoCon says Bitcoin seller exhaustion has absolutely plummeted. The lowest reading since 2018, before the largest moves in history. So we are so, like, the seller exhaustion is just crazy right now. Like, I don't see us. We could wick down, like I said yesterday, I think it was, guys. We could wick down, in my opinion. I wouldn't be shocked if we touched like 27.5 briefly. I'm not saying that it's going to happen, but it could, and it would still be within tolerable ranges if we wick down there, in my opinion. But I don't see us going much further down, to be honest. Just like XRP could theoretically retest support in the mid 50s before continuing on its way back up, right? But a lot of people will panic when that happens, right? Oh my God, we're dumping. No, we're just building support. That's how it works, right? You get through resistance, and then you have to test it as support. It's kind of a must, right? As a general rule, anyway. CoinMarketCap says they asked the question, what are your top 3 cryptos in July? And the reason that I bring this up is because I want to know from you guys in the comments, what is the one crypto you are most bullish on for August? But I want to know for August, right? Going into August, what is your number 1 crypto that you're going to be DCAing into through August? I want to know in the comments. Do it now. Come on. Just kidding. But I want to know in the comments. Let me know. Whale Chart says breaking. Worldcoin co-founder Alex Balena refuses to disclose the token's distribution model. And I touched on that near the beginning. Yeah, that kind of bothers me a little bit. At first, guys, I didn't really give a crap one way or another about Worldcoin because I didn't plan on buying any of it or anything like that, but it's just all of a sudden getting listed everywhere and stuff. So now, and people are asking me about it. So now I'm going to start doing a deep dive into it. I'm going to see what information I can find for you guys on it, because it's got me curious at the end of the day, and I like to answer your guys' questions too. So we'll see what we can find out about it. I don't know if you guys follow Dan Bargello. He's a big Cardano enthusiast. I like his stuff sometimes. He's pretty calm, and he likes to, he's good at calming people down when things are kind of going red and, going into the crapper. Smash a like, by the way, guys. Smash a like, and make sure you subscribe. Guys, also, yes, hey, we did it, man. We destroyed 500 subs last night. That was crazy. Like, we needed 2 when I went to bed last night, and I woke up, and we gained like 9 overnight or something. It was bananas. Thank you guys so much. Let's get to 1,000 now. Let's push it to 1,000. You guys are awesome, man, and I appreciate that. I really do. So smash the like and make sure you subscribe. I'm not going to pull a Wendy-O and bring it up a million times, but just that one time. Hook a brother up. Anyway, back to Dan here. Dan says, Dan, and I watched his video when I was at work. He did a video talking about how Bitcoin's likely not going to $180,000 in the next 8 or 9 months because there was this prediction. I can't remember which hedge fund had predicted it, but I read it this morning as well. They said that they were predicting a $180,000 Bitcoin before the Bitcoin halving because of the effect of the ETFs, right? And I kind of got to go with Dan on this one. I don't see $180,000 Bitcoin happening in the next 8 or 9 months. It's not going to break all-time highs, in my opinion, before the halving. And the halving is We'll bring it up right now. The halving is 266 days away, right? I just don't think Bitcoin's going to top $180,000 in less than 266 days. Excuse me. So these kind of predictions are just outlandish and ridiculous in my opinion. I don't think it's going to break 69,000 in the next 8 or 9 months. Probably around maybe 50. We might get to 50, 48 to 50 before we have a retracement. As per every 4-year cycle, right, guys? Fed now is officially domestic. The reason I'm talking about this Fed now thing, I'm bringing it up. I'm so tired of talking about it, but to be honest with you guys, I want to know what you guys think on this subject, because I did a poll on it and I asked, is Fed now using XRP? And like 95% of you guys said yes, right? So what I want to know, because I've been trying to find an announcement from Ripple or an announcement from the Fed or something like that stating that Fed now was using XRP. And I'm getting a lot of stuff being sent to me about connecting dots that make sense and stuff like that. But that's just somebody connecting dots that make sense. What I'm trying to get at here is I haven't seen a single announcement from Ripple or the Fed or anything like that confirming that, I guess, is the point that I'm getting across. Maybe I just haven't found it. If you guys have found it, please tag me in it on Twitter. I'm going to type in my my Twitter handle here so you guys can find me. Right there. So I put that in the chat so you can find me on Twitter. It's at Rob Mass. So tag me in it or whatever, tweet it to me or X it to me or whatever the hell they're calling it these days. Because I haven't found anything from Ripple or the Fed. So let me know, guys. I have no friggin' idea right now, to be honest with you. Because from what I understood about it, is that the Fed is domestic payments, right? And XRP is cross-border payments. So from what I understand about that, if they were to apply XRP to domestic payments, that would actually add friction and slow transactions down. That's what I read. Now, I don't know how accurate that is, so you guys let me know if you guys have heard or read different, but that's my understanding of it right now. So I don't know how Fed now would be able to use XRP for domestic payments, right? Let me know what you guys think. Again, I'm not perfect, guys. I'm not the end all know all, so that's why I learned from you guys just as much as you guys learned from me here. So what do we got? Yeah, so here's the announcement here we got for Worldcoin listed on BitTrue. So then, yeah, me trolling down below, I said, when Caspa? So when Caspa listing? Come on, guys, let's go. We should just harass these exchanges about it constantly on Twitter. Binance and BitTrue and all that. When Caspa? When Caspa? When Caspa? And then we got Whale Chart says Dogecoin surges ahead of the Fed decision supported by Elon. What do you guys think about Dogecoin now? I don't hold any Dogecoin, and I've kind of been like, I don't think I've ever. Oh no, I did. I held the Dogecoin in the beginning. That's right. I haven't held it in a long, long time because I kind of look at it as I think all of the ROI or the mass amount of the ROI in that project has already been gotten, right? I think it'll still go up and down and it'll be around forever, but the bulk of the profits that people could have made from it, in my opinion, are gone. There's better choices out there, in my opinion, if you're looking for ROI. But that's hard to say now with Elon Musk if he's actually going to use Dogecoin with some utility on X or Twitter or whatever the hell you want to call it. That might add a different dimension to its trajectory. Alex says, what do you think the top for Jasmy will be? Well, I'll put it this way for you, Alex. I did a video a while back about how to become a Jasmy millionaire. If you wanted to make $1 million in Jasmy, and in my opinion, this is just my opinion, um, being conservative, if we could see a 40 to 50 cent Jasmy, you need to buy yourself about 2 million coins, which should not be, I think that's like 8 grand. I think that was the math when I did the video. It was something like 8 grand to get yourself 2 million coins. So if you can DCA your way to about 2 million coins, I think you're going to get fairly close to getting $1 million. I'll put it that way for you, right? Because you get these people talking about, $3, $4, $5, whatever, right? I think that that's going to take time, but I think that it's realistic to say 40, 50 cents for sure, right? Well, nothing's for sure, but you get what I'm saying. Really conservatively and realistically, right? So if you can DCA your way to about 2 million coins, I think that you're going to be doing okay financially. But just remember, you take that with what I said earlier about making sure that you're diversified, right? Don't put everything you have just into Jasmy. And I say that not to single out Jasmy, but that's for any project. Don't limit yourself like that. Diversify. Make sure that you're protecting yourself. If all my money was in Luna when it crashed, I would have gotten wrecked, capital wrecked, guys. But instead, I barely noticed it, and I didn't lose any sleep over it. And I was like, well, what are you gonna do, right? I still hold my Luna. It's not worth much anymore, but what are you gonna do? And then finally, new listing for Jasmy. I put it in the beginning in the title, so I'm going to give you guys that because you guys have stuck around for 41 minutes, and I appreciate that. I'm sorry I kept you guys waiting on that, but honestly, I get on my rants and I completely forgot about it. But here it is, right? Hara, he says we are very much welcome the opportunity to do business with Exolix.com. They announced today Jasmy is now available for instant swaps on Exolix. 500 plus cryptocurrencies, no limits, no hidden fees, fixed and floating rates. And no, I'm not sponsored by them, just to let you know ahead of time. So that's the listing for Jasmy. I have a couple of request videos. Also, guys, quickly touch on Caspa here too. And I've been saying this for a while, and I think I think you said this too a couple of days ago, maybe last week we were talking about it, is that eventually the larger influencers were going to start talking about Caspa, right? It was going to get on their radar eventually. We've been talking about it for a couple of months now, right? Well, in the last 2 days, I've made note that Altcoin Daily has tweeted about it. And Blockchain Boy, I don't know if you guys know him or not. He does some stuff with like Wendy O. He had a feud with like BitBoy for a while. Personally, I think the guy fuds too many projects. I don't watch his stuff. Don't like him. But anyway, but he is a bigger influencer with his own channel and stuff. So those two big influencers all of a sudden are now talking about Caspa. It's on their radar. How long before you think that BitBoy is talking about it, right? And some of the others. How long do you think before George is talking about it on Cryptos R Us and stuff like that? It's coming, guys. It's getting more and more recognized. So Caspa, if you don't have any in your portfolio, guys, add it to your watch list. I would definitely look into it. Like I said, in my opinion, Caspa and Multivision Space are going to be 2-layer ones that are going to be super, super bullish in the next. Like they're going to a lot of ROI to be made in those in the next bull run. Neither one of them has seen a bull run yet. Keep that in mind, right? So we're talking about very, very low caps right now in comparison, right? So Fact says, yep, they all know about it. Blockchain Boy is a paid shiller, but they're all buying Caspa secretly. Exactly. They're filling their bags. And just like BitBoy, like I said, how long before you think he's talking about it? That's because he's probably filling his bags, right? He'll mention it. He'll bring it up in a couple more months, and he'll just passively, mention, by the way, I hold, 5 million coins, because I was filling it up not while I was not talking about it, so that you guys, you guys can buy it now when it's pumping, when it's 50 cents, $1, $2, right? So, but yeah, we've been talking about it here for months since it was super low. Same with space. We were talking about that when it was like ranked 2112 or something. It was like $2 or something. We were talking about it here, guys. So that's why you gotta tune in for these videos. You gotta be here for the live streams. You gotta watch the pre-recorded videos because I drop these gems, right? And we got people in the community here like Facts, and he's dropping science and knowledge on you guys like crazy. So make sure you guys are reading the chat and stuff like that as well. But anything else you guys want me to look at before I get out of here? I got a couple of requests that I'm going to be doing videos on. Like I said, Worldcoin and PNT are two of them. I'm going to be doing one on LCX as well. So, keep an eye out for that. If there's anything else you guys want to see, like I said, let me know now if you want to talk about it. We can get into it. I want to roll here, guys, because as soon as I get off, I'm going to crash energy-wise. So I got my monster, and I'm rolling, baby. Like and subscribe. Call me Wendy O, because I'm going to push that on you. Dude, I was watching her video again this morning, and it was like, now that I've talked about it and I've kind of noticed it on a conscious level, it irritates me more. I was playing a little bit of WoW this morning when I got up, and just kind of get my brain right. And I'm watching her video in the background, and like in like under 2 minutes, she showed smashing the like and do better. Like, I think it was like 6 times I counted, and I was like, bro, you haven't talked about anything in the last 5 minutes except telling people to click like on your video. Give me something to like before I click like. You know what I'm saying? So it's irritating to me now. So that's why that's why I only mention it to you guys like once, maybe twice throughout an hour-long video, right? Because I think it's patronizing, to be honest with you. So anyways, guys, got no more requests popping up there. So like I said, guys, I cannot tell you guys enough how much I appreciate the fact that we just destroyed 500 subs overnight. Like, that's crazy to me. I thought we were going to be stuck at like 498 forever. And then, you guys just pushed it over the edge. Like, and just the fact that you guys are here, Alex and Fax and William's not here today, but all you guys in the chat and stuff, you guys, you come in every video and stuff like that, and we chat and we have a good time, and I appreciate that. They're getting, every single live stream's getting more and more activity and stuff like that, and we're having more and more fun. So yeah, just, I appreciate it, guys. Don't think for 1 second that I don't appreciate having you guys around, because this channel is about, I wanted to build a community where I could, communicate with a bunch of people and, make some friends and have some good times and make some money together, right? Fact says 2025 will be epic. Got to make the sacrifice now. Brother, absolutely, man. Listen, we're going to do this till 2025. We're going to grow this channel out. We're going to push these gems out and stuff like that. We're all going to make a fortune, and then we're just going to like have a party somewhere like Vegas or something like that, right? And we'll just celebrate the fact that we made it, brother. We made it. That's how it's going to be for those of us who stick around, and those of us who kind of, stick to the strategies of DCAing and knowing the projects you're getting into, knowing the utility, and then DCAing your way back out again, right? That's key too. Is it's not just, guys, it's not just knowing what projects to buy. It's also knowing how to take your profits out, when to take your profits out, because I know a lot of people that I've met in this business, and they rode all the way up in the last bull run, and then they rode it all the way back down again, right? Because if you were not around for the last bull run, I can tell you this, right? When we were up around that $60,000 mark before we got up to 69, when we were, around that $60,000 mark, everywhere you looked, you guys, on YouTube, on Twitter, everywhere, everyone was talking about like $150,000 Bitcoin and stuff, and it wasn't going to be coming to an end anytime soon. And what ended up happening was, for some reason my phone's I didn't say Google this or Google that, and Google's copying everything I say now on my phone. Anyway, sorry. The bull run, it was everywhere. So no one knew when to take profits, you guys, right? It was crazy. It was everyone would say, oh, it's going to go to $200,000. I even heard people say it was going to go to $1 million. Facts back me up on this, brother. I'm preaching here, man. Like everyone in the last bull run was saying that. For sure, $200,000. Bitcoin's going to keep going. It's going to keep going. What happened? $69,000. So many people were left holding bags because nobody told them how to take profits and when to take profits. So they just wrote it to the top and then they wrote it to the bottom. And now you got a bunch of salty people on projects that are down 95% because they missed selling at the top or around the top, right? Nobody's going to hit the exact top, but you get what I'm saying. So that's why it's important to stick around to channels like this. You got me here. You got brothers like Fax who's going to feed it to you, right? Who's going to tell you this is what you need to be doing, right? 2025. Fax says 100% Bitboy crypto throwing out prices like 200K, Cardano to $10, Polygon. Exactly. That's exactly it. All those big influencers. And meanwhile, what were they doing, brother? They were taking their profits while telling you to stick around, right? They're saying, oh, Cardano went to like, what, $2 and something? And Bitboy's on there talking about, it's going to $10. Meanwhile, he's taking all his money out while everyone else is buying. All of his subscribers were buying it because they're thinking $10, right? So you got to know when to take your money out. It's vital. It's not just knowing what projects to buy. It's knowing when to sell, how to sell. You can't just sell it all at once 100% when you're in a bull market because your orders probably aren't going to get filled, right? You got to DCA your way back out. You got to, like I was saying earlier, if I'm looking at Caspa, for example, and I'm going to take profits, then let's say, like Fax said, at $1, boom, 10% of the profits I'm taking out, 10%. It's going to go up to $1.10, boom, 10% taken out, sell orders, right? That's how you got to do it, and you got to know how to do that. And the last bull run, nobody was showing anybody how to do that stuff. Everyone was freaking nuts. They were talking about $1 million freaking Bitcoin and $10 Cardano and $20 Polygon and so on and so forth. So $1,000 BNB or 5,000 whatever, right? Like people were talking about Ethereum there the last bull run. They were talking about it was going to be $20,000 that bull run, right? It was crazy. But the thing is, when you're watching that stuff and it's everywhere, right? You don't know your right from your left, man. You're just listening to it going, yeah, you're in euphoria. You're like, yeah, we're going to keep going. We're going to keep going, I watched this one guy, Jake. I don't know if you guys watch him, or he does a lot of HBAR, XRP, stuff like that. Jake Gagan, I think his name is. And he was saying, in his videos, that's the mistake that he made. His portfolio was up like almost $1 million, and he didn't sell. And he wrote it, HBAR, he wrote it all the way back down. So that's what I'm saying, guys, right? Fact says exactly, not every project is going to be 100x. We got to be satisfied with the 10x, the 20x sometimes. Otherwise, you'll be stuck holding the bag yet again. Exactly. And that's what happened to a lot of people at the end of the day. And then you're just salty, right? You're salty in the next, when everything's kind of bottoming out in the next bear market. And you're like, oh, crypto's a scam, or Cardano's a scam, or whatever it is that you bought into at the top because, one of these influencers told you to buy the top. And then you're salty. You're holding a bag of stuff you bought into at $3 and now it's 25 cents, right? So you're salty. So you got to avoid that. You stick around in places like this. We're going to help you avoid that kind of stuff. Alex says, thank you. Keep up the good work. Thanks, brother. And much appreciated, man. When you guys say that kind of stuff, absolutely fantastic, man. Keeps me motivated to keep coming back and doing this, because at first I wasn't sure anybody was going to give two flying craps about what I had to say, to be honest with you. But I've had quite a few comments like that now, and it really, really hits harder than you guys think, and I appreciate it. I really do. That you guys enjoy watching my videos, that I get to communicate with you guys, and you guys appreciate what I'm doing. Because like I said, too many people were getting wrecked, and I don't like to see that kind of stuff, So if I can help some people make their way to a better lifestyle and not give up on the financial person that they want to be in 2025, then, you know, that's a win for me, right? So that's my goal here, guys. I'm not here. You never hear me shilling anything to you guys. I'm not here to do that kind of stuff. I'm here for all of us to make money, because at the end of the day, guys, I learn almost as much from you guys as you guys learn from me. You guys have questions for me. Sometimes you guys throw stuff at me, like you guys throw me projects, and I'm like, holy crap! Like, once you ask me to look into it, I do, and then I'm like, holy crap, this is a great project, right? So, you know, I learn from you guys too. It's not about me. So I appreciate you guys. I really do. That's why I say, like, if you guys have projects that you guys want me to look at and stuff like that, or you want to know what I think about it, you know, let me know. I'm more than happy to do it, guys. Fact says, as long as you keep coming back, providing value, people will be here. Wait till the bull run. This channel will be popping. I love it, brother. I'm going to give you 100% on that. I appreciate that. Thanks, man. I'm not going to change. You're not going to see me shilling stuff. You know, I'm going to continue to try to find gems for you guys and stuff as well. And, you know, we got to make money together. Like I said, with Caspa in Space, right? I'm hoping some of you guys did. It was that was almost aggravating for me, because I mentioned it in 7 videos and I asked for people's reactions to it, to Microvision, and asking, you know, are you guys gonna pick it up? Are you gonna buy it? Or are you this or that? And did like 7, mentioned it in like 7 videos, and then I got asked after that. Somebody asked me, "Hey man, can you look into Microvision?" I was like, "What the hell?" I've been talking about it for 2.5 weeks. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's why I say you got to watch the pre-recorded videos and stuff, because those are a mixed bag, you guys. Like, I put the news in there. Like, it might say in the cover, it might have a picture of Jasmy or whatever, and it might say, oh, Jasmy new listing or whatever, right? But I'm also in the video, I'm talking about Caspa too. I got news on Caspa. You know, I got news on what's going on with XRP and the SEC. You know, like I got a hidden gem in there too that I mentioned to you guys, right? And I do that. I make it a mixed bag. One, because I just like to do videos based on all the news that's going on all the familiar projects that we like here in this community, like Jasmy, like Caspa, like XRP, like Algorand, you know, LCX, all that kind of stuff. But you know, I spread it out, and I put a whole bunch of different topics into one video, because like a little bit for everybody kind of thing. And on top of that, I want you guys to watch the full video. Right? I'm not gonna BS you, right? So that's why I say I sprinkle those gems in there right now, so that, you know, you guys can find them in there. You know, sometimes I'll make it obvious and say, hey, you know, hidden gem video, check this one out. But you know, I'm not always gonna make it that obvious for you guys, right? You got to get the watch times up. You know what I'm saying? You know. Oh man. Oh, it was a hot one today, guys. It was like 43 degrees or something like that outside. I guess you guys are probably American and don't know what the hell that means, but it was hot, okay? Hot as it gets here in Canada. So, anything else you guys want to talk about before I head out? I'm gonna go see what kind of movies I got on my Android box, kind of unwind a little bit. So if there's any other projects you want me to look at, Alex says I've been DCAing into XYO. I think it's a good one. What do you think about it? XYO is another one that actually is on my radar. I've been watching it for a while. It's on my watch list right now, but I haven't had a chance to do enough research on it to put my money into it yet. But it is on my agenda to do a deep dive into it and see what's going on, see what their white paper says, see what their project is about, see what their devs are doing, right? What's their tokenomics? Actually, you know what? I'm gonna write it down right now, and I'm gonna do a video on it for you. How's that sound? So just guys, also, like, I get requests to do deep dives and stuff. Like, I've got 3 just for an example right now that I have to do deep dives on. And sometimes I'll get like video, like in the comments the next day, people are saying like, oh, I requested this video, you know, I'm still waiting for it. give me, when you request a video, just give me a couple of days is all I ask, because it's time consuming to do these deep dives and stuff, and I enjoy doing them, but it does take me a little bit of time, right? Especially when I get 3 or 4 lined up. So just bear with me. Fax says XYO market cap's only 42 million, can easily make a 10 to 50x. There you go, right there, Alex. That's why I told you, Fax is deadly in the chat, man. Like he's really gonna be able to answer those kind of questions for you as well. But I'm gonna look into it. I'll do a video on it. I don't know what the total supply is versus the circulating supply and stuff like that, but a $42 million market cap is pretty good right now. So it might be something that I'm gonna look into. So yeah, guys. Again, I appreciate you guys so much. I do. Thanks for coming every single day. Thanks for watching the videos. Thanks for the comments, you guys. And every one of these live streams seems to get a little bit longer. Fact is, we got to get into these low market caps, because that's the easiest way to make profit. Exactly. That's where you're going to get your 10, 50 X's and stuff like that. You got to make sure that your portfolio is holding that kind of stuff as well. Not all. I mean, you can't be 100% risky, but if you allocate enough of it to those kind of lower cap gems that have been around for a little while too. I know that XYO has been around for a couple of years at least, right? So you got to make sure that you got to hold your safe ones too. Like me personally, like I said, I hold like 25 cryptos right now. I'm well diversified. I have larger bags and smaller bags, but for some of my larger bags, I hold safer stuff that can balance my portfolio, right? Like Cardano, Algorand. Right now, people might say Algorand's a little bit more risky, but Cardano, XRP, now that we've won the court case, it's not as risky, right? Ethereum, Bitcoin, you got to have those kind of ones in there as well. And then you balance that out with stuff exactly like XYO or Gala, I hold Sandbox is another one. That still have some room to grow. Alex says, yeah, I'll really appreciate that. No worries, brother. I got you covered. I'll do a video. Like I said, just give me a day or two. Keep an eye out for the video. I promise you it'll be up. I don't mind putting in that work. Like I said, I might learn stuff and become super mega bullish on it too, right? So you might have just turned me on to a crypto. So yeah. But anyway, guys, I'll be on a little bit earlier tomorrow than I was tonight. I apologize for being a little bit later. So probably closer to that 7 o'clock ish Central. That's my time. I'm up in Winnipeg, Canada. Alex says my low market caps are Jasmy, Hero, VRA, and XYO. Hero, yeah, that's another one that I was looking at about a year and a half ago, maybe. I never ended up getting into it, but if memory serves, is that not a gaming / metaverse project, I want to say, for Hero? Let me know. Jasmy, VRO, definitely. The other three, have been on my radar. Not as much VRA, but that's just because I'm kind of ignorant to what they're doing right now. I don't know enough about them. But Hero, let me know about Hero. Is that not? Yeah, like I said, is that not a gaming / metaverse play? I could be wrong on that, but just by the name of it, you can kind of tell that it is, I suppose, right? But yeah, I was looking at it. I never ended up getting into it. I think because it wasn't really listed on any of the exchanges I was using at the time. I think that's what prevented me from getting into Hero. Let me see if it's on my crypto bubbles right now. Actually, should be, right? I like to use my crypto bubbles. Hero, Meta Hero. Yeah, it's a pretty low market cap right now. Yeah, 14 million. Wow. Yeah, I can pick it up on KuCoin now. That might be another one that I'm going to look into. Yeah, Alex's Metaverse. Yeah, I thought so. I was big a year and a half ago. I was really big on the Metaverse projects. That's what kind of turned me on to Sandbox and stuff like that. And Gala, I got really into those. And then as the bottom of the market kind of came the end of last year, beginning of this year, I really started to DCA my way into Mana, Sandbox, Gala. What else was in there? A couple others, but yeah, I started to pick them up because I'm super bullish on the metaverse. People are saying that metaverse and gaming is kind of dying. I don't think so. I disagree. I think as soon as AI is going to play a big theme in this next bull run, but that doesn't mean that that metaverse and gaming, Web3 gaming and stuff like that is going to die down. I don't think they stand a chance of that. I think we're just going to keep moving closer and closer to that field. I mean, did you guys see that? You guys have seen the VR headsets and stuff. Like people are saying, like the Apple one is like, what is it, like $3,000 or something like that? And they're like, oh, that's crazy expensive, bro. I don't give a crap. I'm buying one of those. They look epic, right? They look awesome. I'm totally buying one of those. And that's the direction that everyone's going to be moving in, right? All these projects are going to be successful, and you continue to see celebrities getting involved as well into these metaverse plays, like Snoop Dogg and stuff. The guy is huge on it, and it plays right into NFTs and stuff like that, which is the way that we're moving into the future as well, is the NFTs, and it kind of goes hand in hand with the gaming and the metaverse. So I don't see any of those fields going anywhere anytime soon. AI is just going to incorporate further into those fields, if you ask me. It's going to play into it more than anything else. Like, I'm a big fan of World of Warcraft, for example. I've been playing it for like 15 years, I think, something like that, right? Not so much anymore because there's not the time every day, but as much as I can when I want to unwind. Can you imagine AI and metaverse combined with a game like World of Warcraft? I would probably die because my body would wither away to nothing and I would just starve to death and die, to be honest with you. Because I'd be in there and just say, I guess this is just where I live now, right? Because this world sucks. Let me tell you, with politics and stuff, unreal. But anyway, that's a funny little rant I went on. Sorry, guys. Oh man. Anyways, guys, I don't want to bore you guys with my rants. So, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Remember, guys, one thing I want to leave you with: if you're feeling bearish and stuff like that because you see a red day, just remember, guys, that these red days are meant. You're in an accumulation phase. Zoom out. You have about 8.5 months of this kind of action. These mixed bag red days that are going to seem never ending. This is the part of the cycle that flushes people out, and you have to remember that, right? Accumulate the projects that you believe in this time, because before you know it, just like Fax says in the chat, 2025, you're going to be happy that you suffered through this boredom and these red days and stuff like that, and it just seems like, oh, Caspa's or H bar is H bar is 5 cents. Now it's 4 cents. Now it's 5 cents. Now it's 4 cents, and you drive you crazy, right? Accumulation phase, guys, right? Accumulation phase. That's all I can tell you. It's going to be boring. We're going to crab sideways with these micro ups and downs for the next 8.5 months, right? I know that people are putting up on YouTube and stuff like that, and on Twitter they're saying, "Oh, next week everything's going parabolic and stuff." I'm just going to stick to history here of the cycles, 4-year cycle. I don't think we're getting any blow off tops or $180,000 bitcoins anytime before the halving. I just don't think so. I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong, but that would be a complete off the rails move for the entire 4-year cycle if that happened, right? We would no longer be in that 4-year cycle. And since 2011, we've been in that 4-year cycle. So, I mean, nothing's impossible, but that's just how I look at it. So I just wanted to leave you guys with that. Remember that we're in an accumulation phase whenever you're like, and make sure you're diversifying as well, right? Those are kind of the things I want you to remember, right? If your life savings is in Jasmy right now and all your money's in there and you're still DCAing, maybe go look at Caspa and start DCAing into that now. Or maybe go look at Gala, or maybe go look at XRP or Algorand or Cardano or XYO or, you know, whatever it is, HBAR, you know, and diversify yourself so that you're protected, right? That's kind of what I'll leave you with. So anyway, guys, make sure you guys have a good night. Sorry if I ranted a little bit. I tend to do that. And smash the like, you guys. Make sure you leave in the comments if you're watching this on replay. If there's any projects you want me to look into, I will. Thank you so much for this, hitting that subscribe button, guys. I greatly appreciate it. Let's keep going. Let's get to 1,000 now. We're going to boom this channel up just like Fact says, man, for 2025. And have yourselves a good night. Thank you so much, guys.